So flying is my career, and it's also a passion of mine. Julie wanted to learn to fly, so she approached me and said, how do we get that started? So we looked into some options, and we ended up buying an airplane. And the gentleman that you flew with, Lewis, actually taught me how to fly in 1986. So I made arrangements with Lou for him to train Julie to be a pilot. We had Lou, the plane, and Julie, and shortly after we got her started in training, Lou comes to me and says, hey, I've got some other people that want to learn to fly. Can we use the plane to train them as well? And I said, okay, let me check on that.
Well, the business aspect of a flight school is a little bit different than most businesses. 2 years I was working it, it was functioning, but I wasn't keeping the track of how I should be on the banking side of it, and so I was like, David, help.
Yeah, that was a mess.
I've met with him, I guess I've met with him 6 or 7 times now, and we're just now getting to where it's doing good. So, and I'm doing it right.
Aviation is not inherently dangerous, but even to a greater degree than the sea, it is terribly unforgiving of any carelessness, recklessness, or neglect. There's a great deal of knowledge that a pilot is responsible for to safely conduct a flight, so that after they graduate from us and they continue to fly and go on to greater endeavors within their life, that they do it safely.
We had a 64-year-old lady that got her private pilot license with us, and that was more of just a personal goal for her because her father was an aviator in, was it World War II?
Yeah.
And for me, we train quite a few ladies, and I feel like we emphasize that more than any other school. And whenever I was doing my solo, we actually soloed 3 women in one day, which is unusual. So because there's not as many women in aviation as there should be. It's sort of been kind of the club that is mostly men only, and I think that there have been a lot of women that have broken through that glass ceiling just historically, and I'm hoping to see it become more and more of a trend where women choose aviation as a career. So.
At some point, each student learns to take off and learns to land, and then their instructor takes them out on the runway, and he gets out and says, okay, I want you to go do a takeoff and landing by yourself. And that can be very nerve-wracking.
They're quite pumped.
Yeah, it's nerve-wracking, it's exhilarating, it's terrifying. There's a broad scope of emotions that run through them in a very short amount of time. They get out, so your solo is, we watch them solo, and that is extremely rewarding.